Hey there everyone, Mazarok here, and today I want to talk to you about the Creation Catalyst, answer some questions that I've been asked, that I've asked myself and had to go find answers for, and tell you exactly what it does and how you as a tank, mainly, DPS sim your stuff, really, but you can't sim for tanks, how you can kind of optimize your gear and optimize your Creation Catalyst route. I have my DK and my Paladin today, so I'll be kind of showing you both sides of the coin, one without tier and what would be my best way to get tier, and or what to do with my 3-piece, and then with my Paladin, what I can do to optimize that gear and what my plan is for both. Before we get started, please subscribe. This is a growing community, and I want to thank every single one of you for the support. It has been absolutely amazing to see. Let's keep it up. Let's keep those numbers growing. There's a Twitch link down below if you like to see people stream, aka I stream. There's also a community Discord, as well as the guild Discord link down below. They're one and the same for Bloodstorm / Mazarok community Discord. If you have any tanking questions whatsoever, that is a great place to ask for a fun, positive group of people that just love to see people getting into tanking and asking the questions that might get dismissed in other communities or things like that. We're always around to help, and you know, fun stuff like that as well. My guild Bloodstorm is recruiting DPS and healers. So if that is something that interests you, I am on the Frostwolf server realm. Oh man, Hyrule Damaris came up. I'll get the poleaxe later. It happens. It's fine. It's probably wouldn't drop for me anyway. I really want Iska on my monk anyway, because I want the purple mace, the purple chainy mace. Yeah, whatever. So let's get started. So my DK currently has 2-piece. My DK has downed 7 bosses, 8 tier bosses, like all of the available tier bosses this week and last week, and did not get a drop. So feels bad, man, like on LFR and normal, but that is what it is. So this week I am going to be praying to the RNGesus for a piece of tier that I do not have. Which brings up the thing, what do I do with the piece of tier that I have? Now, I'm going to show you a little handy thing that I learned just last week. If you go underneath the loot tab here, which was changed to loot and not powers in 9.2, and you go over to the powers and you hit items, here you can see all of your tier. This is all of the tier that you can get and the stats. Now, the stats on tier are fixed. They will not change. So if you have a 278 crit versatility helm like I do here, and I change that to a piece of tier gear now on Tuesday, it will become a haste verse piece. Now, your whatever gear that you're porting over will have any tertiary stats, and sockets will come with. So if you have speed, leech, avoidance, that will come on your new piece, and if you already have a socket, it will be on your new tier piece. That's kind of just the basics, but the main stats will change to what one of these fixed tier sets are. So kind of what my hope is I get like a shoulder, because right now I have a 278 helm that I could upgrade, but I don't really have, I still have this tier's last tier shoulders. So if I get a shoulder, I upgrade my helm, and then I'd be in Haste vs. Wonderland. That would be the goal there. With my mastery, how high it is, I think the one piece of gear I kind of don't want right now is another piece of the chest. But I could definitely go for gloves. Verse mastery isn't bad. I have these 275s, but they would become crit mastery. See what I mean? So try and work around with your best stats and things like that. If you're asking where the Creation Catalyst is, it is in the southern part of Zereth Mortis, on top of the Catalyst Gardens. You came up here for a quest fairly early on, but that's kind of my hope on what I'm going to get, because I want to try and upgrade pieces of tier that have bad stats into good stats. So I'm going to show you that on my Paladin here in a second, but you can also upgrade cloaks into like the raid cloaks, the bracers into cloak, the bracers into raid bracers and things like that. So if you go and you check the catalyst itself with what you could upgrade, now you only get one a week right now. I am hearing that you will get more, and they do stack. So in 4 weeks from now, 4 weeks and 1 day technically for us NA, you would be able to just make an entire 4-piece as long as you have the flux and the gear to be able to craft it on. So let's swap over to the Pally, and I can show you what I mean by gear optimization. All right, here's my Paladin at the Creation Catalyst. Now, of course, it's inactive still, comes out tomorrow. But let's take a look about what I mean about stat optimization with what I want with my character. Now, if you sim tanks, you're simming DPS, you're not simming survivability. So for me, I like haste, I really like mastery, and I also like versatility. Now, if we look at the tier pants that I have equipped here, they're high crit, and I don't want these pants. And if I go into my bags here, I have 278 haste mastery pants. I really want to be able to equip these pants and have the stats on these pants on this one. Now, I can't do that. Now, I don't have tier gloves, so what I can do here is if I don't get tier gloves in the vault, which honestly, I'm really not, like, I'm no longer hoping my Paladin gets tier in the vault. If I do, great, but with the Catalyst arriving, I can mix things around as I want, which I'm happy with. I can make, which I kind of plan to do tomorrow if I get no tier, I'm going to make this. So I have an upgradable 262. I can upgrade them 3 more times with the gloves with Valor, which would still be upgradable even though I swap them over to a tier set. I can still upgrade them. That will stay true for Mythic Plus or PvP gear, which would be Haste Mastery gloves. I like Haste Mastery. Pop those there. And then I have 5 pieces of tier. I can take these 278s, pop them right there, have my BIS stats, and I am a happy camper. What I can also do is if I get tier gloves in the vault, let's say I get them, and there's really no other options, or the other options are kind of poo-poo, which, if you see my vault videos, my Paladin hasn't been the luckiest camper on earth. What I do also have is I have a helm that is upgradable by, here we go, is upgradable by Valor. So if I get tier gloves, I can take this helm that has the gem already in it and upgrade it with this. Now I'd lose the mastery, but it would be haste versatility, which is fair, but then at that point I'm already gaining big mastery from both these pieces here, and I can really prioritize the stats that I want through the Creation Catalyst. Now I'm not sure if you guys ever remember back in Cataclysm, I don't know if it was still around for MOP, but the re-roller, so what you would do is you would go to this re-roller. It used to be on a mount. I want to say it was on the Yak mount, actually, before the Transmogrifier. So yeah, it definitely was in MOP, where you could actually go and take your gear and be like, oh, hey, I don't want this much crit. Can you re-roll half of that crit into haste, please? And you could mess around with your stats like that. That was amazing. I really liked that. The problem is 9 times out of 10 is you were re-rolling all of your stuff to get your minimum to hit, your just perfect to hit chance. Because back then you had a to hit stat where you wanted to hit and not get parried or blocked all the time. So you needed a minimum to hit percentage. So that's what you were messing around all your stats with. And that made re-rolling not fun because you were re-rolling around the same thing and not to get your stats right. Which, honestly, bring back the re-roller, let me get my stats right, and then who cares about anything else, and I can just have fun. I get a piece of gear, and I'm not like, oh, hey, this has totally garbage stats, I don't want it. Now I could be like, oh, hey, man, I could totally re-roll. But that's a little tangent, bring back the re-roller. That's something I really enjoyed. The Creation Catalyst is coming out tomorrow, like I said earlier. I hope you are going to be able to get your 4-piece. I am hoping on streamer luck in my vault for both my DK and my warrior big time, because then if I can just get 1 piece in the vault each, I can make a 4th piece for them in the Catalyst. And then my Paladin, I'm really gonna just re-roll some stats and be happy there and have some fun as we go along. Now the Cosmic Flux is very cheap to build them. The most expensive is 1,500. If you've been in Zereth Mortis at all, you're gonna have a massive stockpile like me. I've got 50k and I don't even know what to do with it all, so don't worry about having to farm out a ton of flux. As long as you've been playing the game for a little while, you should have plenty to get yourself started. Really, on week 1 you only need 1,500 because you can only craft 1 piece. But yeah, that's it. So let me know let me know in the comment section down below, have you guys been lucky with tier? What are you planning on doing with your tier? I would love to hear from you guys, and I hope you guys are enjoying 9.2 as much as I am. Have yourselves a great day.